Hello everybody, my name is Bailey and welcome back to my garden. I'm going to be showing you guys, how I set up my 5-tier rack. And it is so awesome for indoor garden setups, especially if you are going to attach some LED lights like I did here. I found these to be very efficient when it comes to space. So let's get started. These are the instructions that are included. There's about 6 steps before it tells you just to keep repeating steps 1 to 3, which I find great. And this is the warning label on the instructions, and if you would like to pause just to read that for precautions, feel free to do so. Package contents is supposed to include all this stuff right here. Alright, so then we have A, which is 5 shelves, and then we have, which one's next, B, and that's 40 tapered locks plus 2 extras. And then for C, D, and E, we have top, bottom, and middle poles for each of the corners. Oh yeah, and G is the this is the, like, I think this is just packaging actually. So it says to just throw this stuff out. I dropped one of these and I was like, oh my gosh, no! I thought like it was like a really important piece and it fell into like Narnia. So yeah, don't worry about these. Just throw them away. Oh, and for the bottom poles, piece F, there are 4 little legs that screw into the bottoms, and they're actually already screwed into the bottom poles. So yeah, just make sure to tighten them before putting them down. Trying to build like so, because they are not going anywhere now. Step 1, take bottom poles D and lay them out like this. And with each tapered lock, make sure that the tapered side is facing up when you snap them together. And when you are deciding where you want your shelf to come to, make sure that this sits nice and snug on a groove. You'll know it'll click right into place. Excuse me. And it won't move. It will not move. Yeah. So here, let me see if I can. Yeah, kind of just locked in right here. And hopefully that will not go anywhere. Do that to all 4 of these as identical as possible, so we can just like get like, you know, like an even level shelf, if that makes sense. Pretty much like this. Step 2. Alright, and the directions say actually to put a shelf A on its side and then slide poles D through the corners. And I'll show you what that looks like. So it should look like this when you are done. Step 3! Alright, so like now, we just have to push the shelf down onto the tapered locks. And you also have to make sure that each leg is touching the floor evenly before you do that. And I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so I actually had to switch it around, and I just hammered this in with this mallet here, which is very useful, because I honestly would find that quite hard to do that with my bare hands, especially because I'm not a person with a whole lot of physical strength. So yeah, I had to switch the shelf around. It's set to make sure the lip was facing down, but I don't know, maybe I read that wrong, but they wouldn't go in that way, so it went in this way though. Step 4. Begin to screw the tops of these E poles, the middle poles, into the bottom poles, D poles. And then it should kind of look something like this. And then step 5 tells us to repeat steps 1 to 3. So now I have my tapered locks on here, like we did for the first shelf. Alright, now I have my second shelf on here, and yes, I did have to adjust these locks multiple times. They were completely uneven, and yeah, Yeah, there's a bit of a trial and error, I think, when it comes to this. Or maybe that's just me. And then step 6 tells us to screw the poles C into the middle poles E. Alright, and this is what this looks like. And then after that, step 7 just tells us to repeat steps 1 to 3. And this is the third shelf we have here. And there's the fourth, oh my god. And there is the fourth shelf. The fifth shelf, you guys. I kind of bent her a little bit. Don't mind that, though. It didn't come like that. Yeah. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. It's fine. But I think she will serve her purpose quite well. And I'm going to put her in the grow tent. Let me show you what that looks like. And this is the finished product. And she does quite well in here. It's great and efficient for space if you don't like have a whole lot and you want to try and start an indoor garden. It's just awesome for like aeration purposes as well. I feel like this is just much better than setting this on like any end table that's made out of wood or something, you know? And especially if you wanted to attach lights to it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I shall update you guys with a video on how I attach those LED lights to each of these shelves. See you guys next time.